So as you remove these out of the box, you're going to see what they look like here. They are metal. You're going to have your pins that will go down inside of these right here. Inside. Now, when you're doing those, you will have to cut these off. These are strapped to the cage here, here, there, and there. There will also be 2 packages inside with these Velcro strips in them. So we got this out of the box. We've cut these off so we can separate it. Now you're going to notice the only way you tell, it looks exactly the same on the top and the bottom, other than these small little pegs that will be your feet. Seeing regular pieces like this. What it doesn't show you on here, it also comes with these cool little grommets that will go on the bottom here. So when you put the grommet on this, you're going to see this has got like an opening. You'll put these grommets on the bottom, and that will keep it from bouncing and from scratching your carpet, floor, whatever, because these will protect it. It also has these pieces that we showed you earlier. It doesn't show them in here, but basically this is for carrying. As I'm looking at it, you can hook this up, slide these through your rails like this. You're going to see there's 2 sets of them. So you'll slide them through, hook them up however you want, and then you can help it carry your pieces if you're going somewhere and you want to carry it. So these are carrying straps. They come with 2 sets. You're going to notice we came with 2. So we're going to start installing this. Now you're going to notice again, as you look at this rail, these are offset. You got the high ones and the low ones. That way, when you're putting them together, they're not banging into each other. So inside your bag, you're going to see the little rubber pieces we told you about. There's also some plastic ones. So we told you this, put this on there. You want to put something under it. Well, it comes with these. These will just go up inside of here. You may have to get a rubber mallet or something to push them in there, but those will go inside of this. So we'll install these the very first time we use it, so we'll never have to do it again. Now, but for these, you'll install these every time you use it, because when you go to pull this up, basically this is going to have to come off because it will get caught in there. So you're going to put this on the first time, and then you will just remove it. And you're going to see this is going to keep from scratching your floor, and you will also have this one on inside, and this will also help keep from scratching your floor. So I didn't realize it had these because it wasn't on the instructions. So this is kind of neat. This should, even our hardwood floor, this is nice that it comes with these because this will save your floor. So these are really nice. You're going to see they're about 1/4 inch thick, and we're going to install all these. Just move that in. I use a rubber mallet so it doesn't damage it. And now my floors will be nice and protected. So you're going to notice, as we said, here's an easy to use handle. And you're going to notice these won't come out of place because they do have the rubber piece on the bottom. So if you decide you want to take this out, you will have to remove that. I recommend not losing it. They are 25 3/4 inches wide. And you got to remember there's 16 total because there's 2 doors. And let's see if they are 40 inches. They are actually 39 3/4 inches tall. So you're going to see this is 40 inches or more. So we're going to have Chihuahuas in this, but this is for a big dog. So if you have a big dog, this will also keep a big dog inside really easy. They do have various sizes. They have a 32, they have a 40, and they come in various sizes as far as panels. You can get an 8, a 16, or a 24. So the one we're going to show you is a 16. Gate, it's going to be these pieces here. These are just going to slide up and up, and your gate will open like this. And then when you close it, it automatically latches. The only thing you have to do is pull the releases to release it, like that, and then it closes. I recommend setting these to the outside. The chances of a dog actually being able to take their paws and lift this are 0, but you don't want them getting caught on this on the inside. So we'll put this to the outside like so. The neat thing about this, as you're going to see as we're setting it up, 16 panels, 2 doors. So if you have 2 dogs that don't get along, you could actually make 2 8-size panels. So that's also cool. Or you can have a front and a back door and open them up and they can just run in and out as needed. Because like I said, we will use this when we're not here. So I can put the pad in there, and if for something happens that normally they go to the door and tell us they want outside, but there's always the availability. If they have to jump in and use their pad, they can. But 9 times out of 10, they will go to, well, probably 99 times out of 100, they will go to the door and ask to go outside. So then once you got this panel, like I said, you can see these line up. If for some reason they're side by side, that means you just need to flip your fence around because you've got it the wrong side. So you'll just slide the first one in and through. It's easier with 2 people, but you can do it by yourself. Just lining these up. And then, in order to get this piece on the bottom, what I've finished sliding it through, in order to get the piece on the bottom, what I've been doing is letting this fall through and putting my foot under it. Like that. Push this down just a little, and then I will slide this piece on like this. I angle the back, get the back on first, and then push it up. If it's not all the way on, that's fine, because when you set it down and you push down on this, it will go the rest of the way in. So what I was telling you before, let's say you go put your fence on, and you see these are, that's not lining up. That just means you have it backwards. So you move it around, and then you're going to see right away these are correct. So it's just spinning around. If for some reason it's not fitting, they are made to fit. So if you got side by, it just means you need to spin your fence. Then we're going to put this piece in, slide it through. So for some reason I was telling you want to move this. Let's say you have these all put together like that. You're just going to, here I'll actually show you them. Take multiples of these. I want to move, let's say I want to go to the park. I'm going to the park. I don't want my dogs messing with the other dogs. I'm going to center this up. I'm going to put these in here. I am going to go through here. Then I will go through here. And I will do the same thing on this side. Put this through here. I want to go through. You can either go through the top here. You see I've only got 3. But if I had more than that, you want to go through here. So let's say I got more than that. I want to go through here. You go through the bottom, the top part here. Then you go through the bottom. You'll see it's angled up. What that does is put pressure and tightens it. So I will just push here like that. Pull it tight. Now you'll see I did one on the bottom, one on the top. When you have the larger amount, if you're only moving a couple panels, you only need the bottom one. But if you're moving a large amount, you're going to want to go through the top. You'll just pull that tight, and you have a handle. And then you have extra straps that you could also do that with, run through here. But with the 2 handles, you could carry it as 2 8-piece cages. So this will work plenty fine. You'll see how much room I have here. So if I have just 8, this one with the handle, you won't really need those. They're extra. They're there if you want them, but you have this main one. So we were telling you you could make 2 8 squares. This is what it would look like if you have an 8 square. You'll see it's very good size. So this is an 8 panel, but it doesn't have to be a square. If I wish, I could make this into an octagon as well. So it depends on what kind of space you're putting it. Right there you have an octagon. You can make any design you want. If you want it like this, you want to make it oblong, you can make it however you want. And you don't have to use all 16 of these. Let's say your space, because like I said, we're going to use right here. So 8's going to be enough. But if you want to use 9 or 10, it depends on your space. You can make it up to 16, but you don't have to. So the nice thing about this is you can make it whatever size you want, and depending on your space, and just add or subtract as needed. You can make it smaller or bigger. It's just really nice setup that you have all these different options. See, this is another option. If you have a long but narrow space, you can do it like this, long and narrow. You'll see they have room in there. It's just a lot of different options of how you want to design it. It's all going to be up to you how many panels you use. You could even use 6 panels and make it a smaller one like this big for a small dog. Setup. This is the 8 panel. They're excited because it's new. They got a new place, so they're like excited jumping around. But this is what it would look like with like 2 Chihuahuas. Sugar, the white one, and chocolate, the dark one. So you see, they fit in here perfect for their size. And with the height of it, you wouldn't have to worry about them hopping out. So here we did the octagon shape. You'll see it's not as long, but they have more room wide. Perfect shape that if you would want to use it. So you see they'll have their bed, they'll have their pad, and then they'll have area to walk around. So normally they don't like to use this, they go outside, but you have it there so you don't have anything on your floor, and then you have plenty of space for them. A bigger dog would need a bigger one, but this is the perfect size for small to medium dog, and then you have the 16 panels if you want to put a bigger. So now you'll see we have all 16 squares. This is really big. Takes up pretty much my whole kitchen. If you did it in a square pattern, you're going to be looking at 9 feet by 9 feet. So you're going to have 9 feet this way, 9 feet that way. And then again, depending on your space, you can set it up however you want. You could try to set it up as an octagon. Look, we don't really have the room for that because it's very big. But I can set this up however I need it. If I want to make different rooms here, let's say I have something here, I can just make the adjustment there. You can adjust this however you need it, inward, outward. This is very, very big. So if I was to take this outside for my dogs to have a room to play in the area, they're going to have a lot of room. We'll show you just how much room they would have. Now keep in mind, our Chihuahuas, a medium-sized dog would be about this big, large dog like this. They would be able to stand up with their paws on this, but they wouldn't be able to jump out unless they're a breed that jumps a lot. So you're going to see here it's big. We have a pillow over here. We have their thing here. Reason why I'm holding a lick mat, let's say you want to feed your dogs. You can just slide this lick mat right through here, and you can feed your dogs. You got room to slide your bowls up underneath here, and then you would just grab your lick mat or your bowl, just slide it through like this, and you don't have to try to reach over the side. You have a spot right here to feed them. You can just slide the bowls in and out there as needed. If you need to change the pad, you could grab it right there, slide it through, change your pad without actually having to open the door, without actually having to try to reach over the side. You have these spaces in here for food, pad. You can slide the pillow in and out as needed without ever actually having to open the door. And if you have a large dog, they could knock you over. Or they're sneaky, they'll try to shoot out the little cracks. So you have those opportunities underneath all the way around. You can slide food, water, pillows. I like this fence, easy to put together. A lot of options as far as how you can use it. The 16 panel, you can make 2 separate cages or 1 giant one. You have the option between 8 and 24. You have the option between 32 inch and 40 inch. The 40 inch, you see, it takes up my whole kitchen. It's 9 by 9. Really like this. Got a lot of options. Definitely would recommend this. We're going to be able to use this one to make 2, one for indoor and one for outdoor. All going to depend upon the size of your dog. But you'll see it's very spacious, a lot of options, really quality made.